and welcome to Experience Recovery Conversation. The series of recovery conversations in Lockdown 3 basically introduces you to people who are doing jobs on the shop floor, and today I'm joined by a duty manager. Now, Melissa, tell us who you are, what you do and where you do it, please.
I'm Melissa. I'm a duty manager at Northgate Arena, part of Brio Leisure. I've been doing this job role for about 3 years now, and I do really enjoy it.
Okay, fantastic. And for all of the health and safety nuts that are possibly watching this, Melissa, you seem to be in an old staff room, because I think that COSH poster behind you is very old.
Yeah, this is an old one. I think it's been up there for years and not taken down. It's a temporary office while they're doing the refurb.
Right. So you're having a refurb at Northgate at the moment, Right,
yeah.
okay.
So,
good. What are you doing?
So at the minute they're doing the cafe and the reception area. So obviously that's why we've moved down to the staff room, because our office has been knocked down. And then hopefully they'll go on to phase 2. Right,
okay. And what's phase 2? Do you know?
I think that's the swimming pool and the gym, but I'm not too sure at the minute.
Right, okay. And was this planned, this refurb, or has this been speeded up a little bit because of the situation we find ourselves with COVID?
No, it has been planned for quite a few years, I think. And then it started, I want to say, just as we were coming back from the first lockdown. So was that June or July?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, then. So, Melissa, I guess then, as a duty manager of quite a big building, actually, and a bit of a warren of a building, I think, from memory, what sort of things did you get up to as a duty manager?
So it's the running the day-to-day side of it. So you need to make sure the pool levels are okay for the customers to use. Health and safety is all in check, so nothing's in danger for the customers as well as the staff. You've got to manage your staffing levels. So if someone's off sick, or you need to try and find a replacement for them. It's just a day-to-day running of the building. Okay,
fine. So when lockdown hit, which was something like 4th of March, I think it was. I suppose we should know those dates off by heart, really. So the building closed. Did you go straight into furlough, or did anything else happen?
No, during the first lockdown, a few of the staff went on to furlough, and the duty managers here, we had to still come in and do building checks to make sure, like, the chlorine levels and the temperature of the pool. We lowered the temperature of the pool because it wasn't being used. And then I think in April, some of us went on to furlough and some of us still worked. I think that was in April. And then when we were working during our time to work, we had to manage Northgate, Christleton and Neston, and we just do the building checks daily there. And then I went on to furlough and someone took over from me. Okay, so you kept that flexible going, keep your skills involved and things like that. Okay, so Melissa, you do a great job as a duty manager, but I also know you do some volunteering work as well, don't you? So what do you do volunteering wise? So I volunteer for a charity called the SVP, so it stands for St Vincent's de Paul, and it's helping those out who are less fortunate than, say, myself. So we do like food parcels for them, gift vouchers during COVID because we couldn't give them the food parcels, and then they've got a caravan over in Tulaka, North Wales, so we can offer families like holidays if they can't afford to go on their own.
Nice. And how did you get involved in that, Melissa?
So I got involved. My granddad's been doing it since he was a teenager, and he talks about it all the time. And I come up with some ideas sometimes. One of the ideas was he takes the women's refuge over to Ellesmere Port Civic Hall at Christmas for a pantomime, and he was wanting like the cast to come and meet them and stuff. So I suggested, well, you need to speak to the organisation and then see if you can go backstage and they can meet them after, rather than take the cast to their home sort of thing. And then a few days later he said to me, you come up with some good ideas, why don't you join? And at the time I thought, I work full time, have I got the time to do it? And I thought I'll give it a go and see how I get on. And now I've started that I do enjoy it and going to keep it up. And it'll be nice for someone when because he's 87 now, when he's not able to do it himself, for someone in the family to carry it on for him, really.
Brilliant. So you were doing this stuff before, during your working day. So has furlough helped you give more time to your volunteering?
In a way, yes. But at the same time, no, because we can't actually go out and visit the families and have a chat with them. So it's more over the phone, texting, giving them a phone call. We can't actually go visit and give them the food parcels, so we're having to send out gift vouchers in through the post. So in a way, it's gave us more time to come up with ideas how we can deal with it, but it's not the same because we're not allowed to meet them face to face for that chat, really.
Yeah, it's quite interesting because I've been talking to quite a few organisations that have said actually turning to the phone because we can't meet people in person has actually been really powerful.
Yeah,
they've realised that actually the phone can be a really useful communication tool. Has it been the same with you?
Yes, it has been a useful communication because then obviously we can be in contact with them more often, whereas before we might go visit a family once a week or once a month. Depends on their needs, whereas now we've got their number, so we can just text them, give them a call, and they can do the same to us. If they need anything, they can just give us a call whenever they need it, rather than wait for us to go and visit.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and I think that has been echoed by a lot of organisations. So as a duty manager and the skills that you have as a duty manager, do you think they've helped you in your volunteering role?
They have, yes. I think being a duty manager has given me the confidence and the life skills as well to like deal with customers in a difficult situation, difficult conversations and things like that. And my confidence has grown. So to take my duty manager role to the charity, just to go out and meet people has helped. And then vice versa as well, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm a firm believer that actually managers are so well equipped for dealing with that. I think it's why we lose an awful lot of good duty managers to the uniformed services, to the police, the and the fire brigade, because of all those people skills that you collect as a result of being a duty manager. So being able to then give that back in volunteering is really good to hear as well. So how does it work the other way? What do you think from your volunteering you brought into your duty management role?
I think it gives me a bit more sympathy because, like, say if we've got a customer that comes into site, you don't know what's going on in their home life and how they deal. So when they come up to either complaint or they want to talk to you, I do give them a bit more sympathy.
Right.
I think.
Yeah. I'm a great believer in empathy and that ability to just take that step back a little bit of moment and go, actually, what is the cause of this complaint? It's not just that the water's cold, there's something else going on. Yeah, that's really good to hear. So what's the plan? Sorry, go on.
And it also makes you aware of like things like, you know, if you see like children and stuff like that, like what's going on in their home life, why they're upset with the parents and things like that as well. So because you do see a lot.
No, absolutely. That's really interesting. So how do you think that the charity will go forward then? As it comes out of COVID, do you think there'll be more demand for the services you offer? Do you think there'll be less demand for the services?
I think with the way things are going, more people are getting made redundant, which is a shame. And the way things are, I think hopefully we'll be able to help more people with our services. And again, when the schools are up and running, we can ask for the schools for like food banks, and then we'll be able to help out that way as well.
Yeah, it is fascinating. I've never been in a situation where I've needed that type of support ever. And it's fascinating to hear you talk about the positive things you're doing to help people out within the community. What about your future? Where do you want to be? What does Melissa want to end up doing?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to end up doing. Hopefully I'll be here with Brio for a few more years and maybe work my way up the ladder here. And then eventually with the charity, I could help out and come up with some more ideas to help people along that way as well. Yeah,
absolutely. Well, Melissa, thank you so much for the work you do, and thank you for the time taken to sit and talk to me rather than manage the contractors, which I'm sure are having good fun in your building at this moment in time. So great to talk to you. Thank you. And we will speak to you soon. Thanks very much. Take care. Bye.
Thank you. And you.